and it's second down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he spins past him and into space. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Yates. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw again.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the Bears' 19-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Quintez Cephus, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they pull off the season sweep. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears first down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Lions 7, Bears nothing.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields. Dancing to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, Yates completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Yates will get this off to Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Operating from the gun. Yates escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Yates. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Second and 14. Looking to throw. Yates eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Back to throw. Yates. Looking deep downfield. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Fields. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Julian Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throwing on 1st down. Yates. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Yates. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Yates toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Yates. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
on first down. Yates flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jabari Zuniga with the stop. A final shot before the break. Fields. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw on second down. Yates. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he works free. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And 7 at the Lions' 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted.
picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Yates. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Yates. He finds his man Johnson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now Fields. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Yates, flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Looking to throw. Yates. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. On 1st and 10, Yates. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So that'll back them up 5. Back to throw. Fields. And that is taken in by Hurst. 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking 1st down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Yates.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Yates. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Lions add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Fields. It's complete to Fuller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Throwing on 1st down. Yates letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
From the gun,
Yates.
he's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
56, Bears 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed,